speechless. It is the incredible story of Zack Clements, a boy of only 17 years old who, after being declared dead for over 20 minutes, mysteriously came back to life, bringing with him a story that shocked doctors, family members, and anyone who listened to it. Prepare to live an experience on the border between life and death. It was a day like any other, and Zack was on the field for a football game. But no one could have imagined that that day, in an instant, his life would change forever. During the game, without any warning, Zack collapsed to the ground, struck by a searing pain in his chest. His heart suddenly stopped beating, and with it, all hope. The medical staff rushed to the scene, doing everything they could to revive him. 10 minutes of desperate attempts seemed to have been in vain. Time passed, and with every second that passed, the possibility of bringing Zack back diminished. 20 minutes of silence, 20 minutes during which his heart remained still. The sports doctor, with a heavy heart, declared Zack dead. But just when all seemed lost, the incredible happened. Just then, Zack began to breathe again, as if answering an invisible call. His heart, against all odds, began to beat again. Rushed by helicopter to the hospital, Zack fell into a deep coma. The doctors, their faces lined with concern, told his parents that the 20 minutes without oxygen had almost certainly caused irreparable damage to his brain. And even if Zack ever came out of the coma, his chances of returning to a normal life were almost non-existent. But Zack wasn't ready to resign himself to the fate that seemed already written. 3 days passed in a silence full of anxiety and hope. Then, suddenly, against all odds, Zack opened his eyes. And what he said immediately after left everyone breathless. He said he saw a bright, dazzling light. In that light, a figure appeared that seemed to have come out of a dream, a man with long hair and a beard, the living image of Jesus. Zack described how the man approached him, smiling at him with a serenity he had never known. He placed a hand on his shoulder, transmitting a feeling of deep peace. "Everything will be okay, don't worry," he told him. And then, like a gust of wind, the figure disappeared. What happened next was described as a miracle. Zack made a full recovery, with no brain damage, as if those 20 minutes of death had been just a bad dream. He even returned to playing football, leaving doctors in disbelief and his loved ones with hearts full of joy. This extraordinary story reminds us that life is full of mysteries that defy our understanding, and that perhaps death is really just a passage to something greater. Whatever your opinion, there is no denying that Zack Clements had an experience that forever changed his life and the lives of those who knew him. Let us know what you think in the comments.